got my boost hooked up. What is going on, my YouTube family? Oh, turn it down a little bit. Your boy's bringing another video back, but unfortunately, this is not the typical jolly, cheery videos that I enjoy making. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into all that noise here in a little bit. But once again, thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and that like button. Oh damn, girl. I'll wait for you, bitch. God dang. I live basically down a one-way street. Dang, where was I? Alright, y'all, we back now. So, unlike other videos where it's always good stuff going on, this is one of the few that I have on my channel where it's it's kind of bad news. But long story short, the trans and the dually, she ain't looking too good right now. 56 gear are basically on their way out the door. I'm going to the gas station right now to get some fuel. I can explain more about it. But just know that we got something planned, and we have a way forward to be able to get the dually back to life, all that good stuff. I'm gonna go over with you guys what we got going on in terms of the build and how I'm gonna build it. But first, let's get some fuel. All right, you guys, moment of truth. Check engine lights on. Come up here to the edge. Do diagnostics. Oh, sorry, y'all can't see. Do diagnostics. Trouble code. Bada boom. We have a P0735. Let's go ahead and see what that is. Fifth gear incorrect ratio. Yeah. Alright, you guys, so yes, you saw it firsthand, okay? She's going out. Fifth and sixth gear are going out, man. I've gotten the same code except for the sixth gear. Sixth gear incorrect ratio. She's ready for a rebuild, okay? So how and why did this happen? So let me start from here. All right, so check it out. I knew about this before I deployed back in May. I deployed in May. I was gone for 6 months. I knew the trans needed to get rebuilt, but at the time the code popped only once back in May before I left, and I cleared it, drove it, it was fine. When I came back, driving it, fine. And then after a couple days of driving it, it got worse, okay? So now it's to the point where it won't even be, it can't even hold, it really can't hold itself. And stick around to the end of the video, because I'm gonna show you guys exactly what happens when I'm driving and when it's trying to get in the fifth gear. It doesn't know, it knows what it wants to do. It wants to go in the fifth and lock up, but it can't because it's slipping so bad. But have no fear, RevMax is here. We got some goodies coming from the RevMax team over there. I spoke with Tom and Josh on the phone for a while, getting me set up. I basically said, yo, listen, man, I'm not cutting corners. I don't want to cut corners on this build. What do I get? Let me know all the parts I need so I can have equivalent to a RevMax 700. So I'm gonna spool off on my phone everything that I have for it that I'm gonna be putting on the truck, okay? So I have everything on my phone here in terms of what I ordered. The only thing I did not order yet was the triple disc. The triple disc torque converter, because with the torque converter there's a $500 deposit, so it makes it $1,500, $2,000. So what I'm gonna do for that is I'm gonna wait until basically right when I'm ready to get the trans built to order that. That way I don't have $500 just sitting out there, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm not made of money, so you know what I'm saying. But yeah, all right, so check it out. This is what we have. The 68 RFE high-tech performance kit, which is basically the rebuild kit. That's going to be clutches, steels, Pretty much just an entire rebuild kit. It's a bunch of springs and it's some wild stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna do an unboxing when all the stuff gets here, so you guys see exactly what we have. So we have the rebuild kit. We have the well, it's the high performance rebuild kit. We have the 700 high performance input clutch drum. Okay, so this right here is the money maker. This is what I'm getting rid of the stock input clutch drum. Also, some people call it the overdrive drum. Getting rid of that. It's garbage. We're running the RevMax pretty much high performance billet one. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's gonna be good stuff. We have that. We have the direct oil and billet input shaft, patent pending. So we're gonna be putting a billet input shaft in on her. We also have the billet flex plate from RevMax, which is pretty standard. Like if you're gonna be rebuilding your trans, you can get a billet flex plate for these trucks for probably about $350, $450 around that price. You just have to shop around. And then we're going to be doing the billet steel center support with the 5CL with pistons. I couldn't even tell you what that's for. I'm gonna be real with you. So we got that. All right. So we have that. Plus we have the torque converter that I still have to order. I already placed this order for it, and I'll put a screenshot on the screen showing like everything I got. I already placed the order. It'll probably be here within the next couple weeks. I talked to Tom. He said that they were just waiting on the heavy duty snap rings and the 2C billet something. I'm not the expert. I'm just saying what I read and what I've talked about. So we're waiting on 2 more things, and then they'll send out everything together. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. Now, when are we getting the transmission built? So I'm not rebuilding this trans myself, because I'm here to tell you right now, one, I don't have the time, the space, the capabilities to rebuild the transmission. Could I rebuild it myself? I'm like 95% confident I can, because I'm a very technical person, you know what I'm saying? But I just, where I live, you know, plus I work full time, like I don't have time and whatnot to do that. Plus, the same thing when I did my gears on my 3rd gen, right? I'd rather take it to the experts, let them build it. That all they do is this all day, every day. Let them build it, put it together, all that good stuff. That way, if something weirdly did happen, which I highly doubt it would, but if something did happen, they would be able to know what might have went wrong, because they did it, right? Who's gonna build it? So originally, I was gonna take it to Tier 1 Performance in Phoenix, Arizona. I was actually talking with them back and forth for a little bit now. I had a full plan to take it. Phoenix is about 5 hours from San Diego. I was gonna drive out there, get it rebuilt by them, film them building it and stuff. But truth be told, you guys, it's not gonna make it there. I would not feel safe driving this truck 5 hours on a highway, especially with no 5th and 6th gear, which means I'd probably be locked up in 4th, which is doable, but I'm not about to go through that, man. Because in the event something did happen and I was on the side of the road, that's going to be a pretty bill getting this truck towed all the way to Phoenix, and then I still got to drive it back. But my boy Eddie over at Eddie's Life, a lot of y'all and a lot of people watch his YouTube channel, Eddie's Life. I talked to my dog Eddie last night, and we were texting and shit. I said, bro, man, I was like, the trans is going out. Like, I don't think I can make it to Yuma, bro, or Arizona or Phoenix. And he was like, dog, I got my boy here in Ramona at DTS Diesels. He was like, he messes with those things all the time. Like, he can definitely, and Eddie put his stamp on it, the official stamp. So if my dog Eddie's saying that if he is vouching for them, I'm taking his word, because I know he won't steer me wrong. So we're gonna have a local builder here in the Southern California area, which is good though, because truth be told, a lot of the diesel scene out here is not that big. It really isn't. Like, there's diesel trucks out here, but it's not like what it was when I was in North Carolina or like anywhere in the South, you know, Texas and the Carolinas. It's not like that here. So it will actually be good doing this, because you guys, if you're in the Southern California area, you know there's somewhere you can actually take your truck if you need to get your trans rebuilt and know that it's going to get rebuilt correctly. My thing is that if you're doing a bone stock, just a simple rebuild on a stock 68, you're not going to upgrade anything. Maybe a valve body, maybe a transgo shift kit, something like that. Like, anything other than that, if it's just a bone stock, you can take it pretty much to any transmission shop. They have the manuals. They can rebuild it to the dealership stock specifications. But if you are getting a performance built unit, if you're getting a unit built to hold power, and you're putting aftermarket parts in it from whatever company, you want to make sure you're taking it to somebody that knows what they're doing, that has plenty of experience, especially on 68 RFEs, man. I'm telling you right now, don't take it to your Amco transmission shops talking about I want an 800 horsepower trans. Don't do it. Take it to somebody, you know, the private one-off companies. It's their own shop. They control everything that goes on in there in terms of quality of insurance. You don't want to take it to a cookie cutter shop telling them to build this to hold this much power. You know what I'm saying? You want to take it to somebody that they tinker with this stuff every day. Their business name is on the line because that's how they feed their family. So they're going to put out the good work. They're not going to cut corners because their name's on the line, and that's their business. And that's exactly what I got referred to by my I can't talk, by my dog Eddie. I got referred about that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole reason why I was going to go to Tier 1, because Tier 1, they build tons of 68s. And another thing I love about Tier 1 is that they use a lot of RevMax parts, RevMax or Randy. So I felt very comfortable going to them in Phoenix because I was like, I got the RevMax kit. They deal with these all the time. They know how to build the drums. They know the tolerances, all that good stuff. So yeah, so we were going to do that, but plans changed. I honestly was trying to keep the trans build on the wrap, y'all, because I thought it would be cool to be able to just have the part show up and then we go straight there to get it rebuilt. But you know, things don't work out like that all the time, which is no biggie. You just fix yourselves and move on. When are we going to get it built? It's probably going to be getting built around January time frame, next month. Right now is the holidays, Christmas, shopping, gifts, all that mess. So obviously this doesn't get a priority. I still have my Chevy Impala I can drive, so I'm not worried about transportation. So it ain't no biggie, you know what I'm saying? But I just won't be driving the truck as much until we get it built, because I don't want to cause any more damage or something else goes crazy, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Good news is we already have some RevMax parts. We got the deep dish pan, we have the RevMax valve body, billet valve body, we got the RevMax thermal bypass. So we have stuff on here already, which helps the cost, because if I did not have any of that, I would have been adding that stuff, and the RevMax valve body is about $1,200. I think after you get your refund back for the deposit, if I'm correct. So this stuff adds up very quickly. Don't be discouraged when it comes to the trans builds, just because of the amount of money, you know what I'm saying? I got it if you're strapped for cash and you need your truck for business, so you just take it to somebody to get it built so it's back on the road. No biggie. Everybody's life and situation is different. But what I will say is, if you're that person like me where you want it's a personal truck, you want it to be able to hold power and stuff, you don't have to buy everything all at once. Look at me, I'm buying piece by piece. Take your time. Buy one part at a time, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot nicer when you're buying one thing for $600-700 versus buying everything for $5,000-6,000. I'll tell you that much. At least it feels better. And then, you know, just buy piece by piece, you know, and then from there, once you have everything you want, then you can just take it to a shop that you found or trust that can build it, and then you have them build it. Average price to get a trans rebuilt, and include a trans flush, because you need to flush the cooler out or replace it, one or the other. You shouldn't be paying more than $1,500 in labor, from dropping the trans to building it to putting it back in to making sure they do a relearn, because you have to do a relearn on these transmissions. If you just swap the parts and put it in and don't do a relearn, you are going to smoke all your new stuff in the transmission. So again, that goes back to the whole knowing who's working on your truck, trusting them. Are they reputable? So just keep that in mind. Do your research. All right, I don't know every single reputable 68 trans builder in the country, so just do your research, word of mouth, all that good stuff. Yelp, Google, the forums, Facebook forums, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just do your research to find a shop that you trust to build it. If they're gonna provide the parts, that's cool. I would just make sure you get eyes, if you can, on the parts they're putting in. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking these parts to them. I'm dropping them off. I'm expecting to get my old parts back, old input shaft, old drum. Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, can I get the old parts in the box? You know what I'm saying? That's just something you do as kind of insurance, you know, just to cover your six. Not saying that they would be shady, but you never know. It just covers yourself. All right. Okay. So now what we're gonna do? I'm done talking. I'm going to clear the code on the computer. I'm gonna clear it. We're gonna go for a drive, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what's going on with the truck when I drive it. Okay. Yeah, I figured I'll let y'all see the truck, man. I washed it up this morning. First time washing it since ceramic coating it, man. It took me not that long just because there was no dirt on it. Legitimately, I just had the wash mitt running along the paint, gliding, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's pretty, man. The tow mirrors from Boost Auto Parts, they're still at the paint shop. I actually talked to my guy. We had some small issues going on, but hopefully they should be taken care of come the next couple days. But yeah, man, wash the wheels up, all that good stuff. Paint's looking fresh, you know what I'm saying? That's the way. All right, y'all, so hopefully y'all can hear it. Hopefully you hear it, but if not, I can probably show it on the edge. All right. So if you look in the center, you can see my transmission gear, third gear right now. It's in fourth. It might be a little harder because I'm going downhill. Basically, when the load is on the engine is when it's going to be most apparent. I just hit a red light, so now we get to wait. Well, I gotta wait. All right. So I'm going downhill right now, but it's a pretty, actually it's doing it now. So it's locked in fifth right now because there's no load on it. Now unlocked, now it's in sixth locked up. All right, going about 50 miles, actually going 50 miles an hour right now. Now we're going up an incline. See how it's unlocking? Oh, it just did it. Hopefully you guys heard it. If I put any sort of load on it, it like it's freaking out. Yeah, that was rough. That was hella rough. So now you can kind of, hopefully you guys heard it. It was, I know this road's not the softest, but check engine lights back on right there. That was, yep. And I wasn't even giving it, going up that hill, I was probably giving it like a quarter throttle, like just to basically keep the engine going the same RPM. And then it, as soon as the load gets on that fifth gear, it can't hold it, man. And then it freaks out, it jerks. If you're experiencing this same issue like me, just know that you need a transmission build. Locked up in fifth. So when there's, my foot's like barely on the pedal and it can get into fifth. So it did that just now. But if I'm on the highway and I'm not even trying to pass somebody, if I'm just trying to keep up with traffic, oh dude, it's World War III, man. So I'm like really excited that I found a local builder, Eddie. He saved my life, just because she's not gonna make it 5 hours on the road like that. And if it is, I'm gonna burn up fourth gear, which I don't want to do, make it worse. But it's gonna get a complete overhaul, completely rebuilt from the bottom up, front to back. So it's gonna be nice. It'll be worth it. See, she's in fourth right now, locked up, so she's happy. Yep. And I guess these transmissions, they're adaptive, all that messed up stuff. So a lot of times what'll happen is you'll have slippage in your like gears, but the transmission, it'll pull back how much line pressure it's putting on itself, so it doesn't hurt itself. That's essentially what this is doing now. So it doesn't, the reason why it doesn't go into fifth gear and sixth gear or stay in there is because it knows it's slipping. It has a slip. I think there's something called like a slip volume index or something like that. So it knows it's happening. So it's trying to find a gear that can actually hold the power and keep the torque being applied to the wheels. So that's why it rides like shit. You know what I'm saying? Torque converter, I'm pretty sure that thing is on its way out, man. Like it's well needed. How did this happen? Honestly, you guys, I personally think it's because every transmission is different. On my 2008 Ram 2500, it had a 68 RFE in it, just like this truck does. I didn't even have the Rev Max valve body on that. I did an ATS separator plate and a deep dish pan, and that was it. And I had Mini Max trans tuning, which it held. So basically, I don't know, but when I bought this truck, I bought the Ram, the '08, I bought that with 120,000 miles on it. Owner I bought it from told me it never been rebuilt. So I was like, okay. And then this truck I bought from a dealership, and I don't know, I had the Carfax on the truck, but it never showed the rebuild or anything like that. So basically what I'm getting at, y'all, is that every truck's different, you know what I'm saying? This truck has 166,000 miles on it. I'm going to bet that the transmission has never been touched, rebuilt, until I like dropped the pan and added a valve body, but that's not building it, that's just doing a valve body. Yeah, so it's just due, man, you know what I'm saying? It's on tune 1 too, by the way. My tuning is like non-existent right now. She doesn't make boost really, because there's just so much going on inside of it. It doesn't know what to do right now. So she doesn't build boost, and she is pretty much just trying to hold on for dear life. So I still have all gears. I haven't lost any gears. It's just that the 5th and 6th gear, which is your overdrive, which is an output of 1 to 1, meaning it's putting out whatever power the engine's putting out is being directly put out from the trans, right? She can't do it. So, yep. But yeah, so you guys, tell me what you think, all that good stuff. Hopefully we have a way forward. I know we have a way forward. All that's taken care of, but hopefully we have a sweet ass build on the trans. It's gonna be good, because trans will be taken care of. Engine's doing solid, not worried about that. So you guys comment down below. I want to hear from you guys. I'm basically, the setup I'm doing is the RevMax 700 build. So it's gonna, everything you would get in a RevMax 700 is what this trans is gonna receive. So let me know, what do you guys think? Any advice, any tips, more than welcome to receive. I will be replacing the solenoid pack with a brand new one too. I forgot to mention that earlier. But yeah. That's it, man. Sorry, it's not the most uplifting or the best video out there, but I figured you guys would need to see this. That way, one, if you're experiencing this, you know that your trans is pretty much dying, and two, just keep y'all updated on the channel, man. So all right, you guys, until next time, take care, be safe, peace out. I can't wait to hear from you guys in the comment section. Camera decided to overheat on my outro, but I had to go do a little Christmas shopping. But absolutely drop the comments, let me know what y'all got to say. I want to hear what y'all want to say about this whole transmission issue ordeal, all that good stuff. So until next time, you guys take care, be safe, peace out, and I will see you guys soon. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up because your boy's off work, so we got truck stuff to do. Let's go.